go down to New Orleans. Sharief Ishaq is there with WDSU. Joins us now. Sharief, how are you, sir?
I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well, hon.
I'm making it through. We got 25 minutes left in the show, and I need to take a nap. Things got a little. We had some fun last night. Let's just put it. Let's just put it that way. It was a great time down there at the Beau Rivage. A little golf, a little gambling. It was an enjoyable time. But I'm glad to be back here in the saddle. Let's talk Saints before we get to Pels. Sharief, you were tweeting about how you were doing some Saints mock drafts. First of all, this is a tough question to answer because no one's in the room. But how does the dynamic change with Sean Payton not there? How much of that was him making calls versus Mickey and the rest of and Ireland and the rest of that crew?
I still think that Mickey and Jeff made most of the calls. Sean gave his input. It's funny that Mickey Loomis said it's different in a joking way. He said it because it's quieter without Sean Payton now. He said he was joking, but it's probably true. Sean probably had some input. But I think now they look at it that, Dennis has a strong voice as well. He's going to have his input. He's the leader. He's going to make sure that he gets the best players available at the two spots that they have in the first round and, make sure they could put this team in a good spot. But, yeah, Mickey and Jeff, I feel like have always had the strong voice when it comes to the draft because, after all, they're draft kings. They know what they're doing in the NFL draft when it comes to recent year drafts.
I feel like the Saints have been fairly unpredictable. I don't think a lot of people saw the Cesar Ruiz, Gerald McCoy picks coming. I thought the Kamara pick was crazy based on how many running backs they had. They generally zag when a lot of us think they're going to zig. Everyone has them honing in at tackle and wide receiver. What are the chances they do something different tomorrow?
Well, they certainly should not deviate this year because they need help. They just can't go through what they did last season on offense. They need to find some receivers. They need to find depth in that position. And I don't know if offensive line is necessarily a first-round pick when I look at what they have on the offensive line. I know that sounds crazy, but if the player's there, yeah, you take him. But if he's not, it's fine because you'll find somebody else. I'm fine with what they have on offensive line as of right now with James Hurst, Pete, Ruiz, McCoy, and Ramczyk and some of the other guys to back them up. But I'm fine if they decide to go receiver and defensive line. That could be the one that could, with a curveball. It could be an interior defensive lineman like Jordan Davis or Devontae Wyatt, both from Georgia. That's something that can throw a curveball. Quarterback, honestly, I would not do the quarterback. I would not pick. I would not move up for a quarterback. I would not draft a quarterback at 16 or 19 because they don't serve you any purpose this year or next year. You need to find a way to win now. So I think they have to somehow address receiver in a very big way with one of those two picks.
Do you see a world where the Saints front office totally bomb these first two first-round picks and kind of address positions where, they probably shouldn't be doing at that point in the draft?
No, history tells you that they've been pretty good when they've had two first-round picks. I mean, hear me out. This is crazy, guys. Tomorrow will be the 11-year anniversary that they drafted Cam Jordan and Mark Ingram in the first round, which was the same day that the Hornets lost to the Lakers in Game 6, and we're in that same situation tomorrow night with the Pelicans and Suns. But for the most part, they've done a good job when they've had two first-round picks under Mickey Loomis. I think maybe the 1 year you're probably like, it was the Pete Stephon Anthony draft. So that was probably the only one. But, they've hit on the ones that they've had. Other than that, Lattimore and Ramczyk were pretty good, Ingram and Jordan. And so I would think they're not going to – I don't think they're going to fluster this time. I mean, they have the right people making the right choices in that front office and the coaching staff. So I think they'll be fine.
Who's the most likely pick that the Saints make tomorrow?
I hope it's who I think is. I've seen everybody pick, and it's Chris Olave at number 16. I mean, great route runner, gets separation, silky smooth, is exactly who you want opposite Michael Thomas. He's good friends with Michael Thomas. You really want to help Jameis Winston out, you give him that weapon if he's sitting at 16. If not, if he's not there, who else? See if somebody, if Jameson Williams falls there. I know he may not be ready for the start of the season, but his ceiling is outstanding when he's healthy. So you got to get him a playmaker. And I really, really think if Olave sitting at 16, you got to take him.
Thanks so much for watching Hunt Hill on YouTube.
Now do us a favor. Hit the red subscribe button below and throw us a like. See you next time.